Hello, Steve White, Tripway89 for Steve Arts 89. Well, the Saturn Awards have announced their nominations, and Star Trek has been nominated for 15 awards, which is a career record, basically, a franchise record. Sorry, yeah, it's a lot. Picard got 7 nominations. Strange New Worlds got 6 nominations. I think Lower Decks got 1 nomination, and Star Trek: The Motion Picture got 1 nomination, the 4K Director's Edition. And it's kind of interesting to realise that basically shows are going up against each other, like Star Trek Picard Season 3, which is great, and Strange New Worlds Season 2, which was a decline from the first season, which was decent, are both up against each other. Patrick Stewart and Anson Mount are up against each other in Best Actor. Best Supporting Actors, they have Ethan Peck, Jonathan Frakes, Ed Spielers, and Mr. Stashwick, who I hate. They're all competing against each other, and we've got the same with Best Actresses in Supporting Roles. We've got, Best Actresses. We've got Jess Bush, we've got Celia Rose Gooding, and Jerry Ryan. Although I don't know what Celia Rose Gooding is being nominated for. She didn't do anything. Jess Bush had some scenes with Spock, and Jerry Ryan had some scenes with Mr. Stashwick. Celia didn't do anything. I mean, aside from reacting to Hemmer passing away and that's really the only thing she did all season. So I don't know what she's nominated for. I guess she's nominated for being there. Paul Wesley and Amanda Plummer are nominated for Best Guest spots. So yeah, there's a lot of Star Trek stars competing with each other, and I didn't really think about this because we've had 2 Star Trek shows on air before with the original the original era. We had Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, then Deep Space Nine and Voyager, but I didn't really think about it much. It's just because these 2 shows, they don't air at the same time, they don't run at the same time. I sort of think of them as being separate, but you realise obviously they're showing more than one show in a year, so they're going to be nominated, they're going to come up for all the award shows at the same time. I didn't really realise that. I didn't really think about it. Now, Star Trek: The Motion Picture, the 4K edition, was nominated for Best Home Release, 4K Best Release. I hope it gets it, because the release was really great. Like, it's sitting over there, it's quite nice, but the production had some issues. They made one scene worse. They improved a couple of scenes, but it still looked like really basic amateurish CGI in a couple of scenes, particularly the Starfleet scene and that, and I still don't understand how they couldn't get it right, because most of it was just restoring what was already there. They only had to do a little bit of new stuff, and I thought they were going to use some of the original plates and stuff like that, like with Starfleet, and finish those and give us something new and interesting and something that actually stylistically fits in with the rest of the shots. And they didn't. They just made, like I said, the recreation scene is appalling. It looks like Dr. McCoy looks like he's made out of felt and just glued onto the shot. It looks just unbelievably awful, and I can't believe they couldn't do better than that. They should have just left it how it was. The original shots were fine. The ones in the director's edition were okay. They kind of worked, but these they just managed to make it worse. I like the setting better, but the actual quality of the effects were awful, and you can't say that because certain people on the production team who are in certain fan groups, or all the fan groups about motion picture, will get you kicked out, and us actually demand that you are taken out of any groups if you actually say anything critical about the quality of their work, which was subpar. But yeah, I still want it to win because it's Star Trek: The Motion Picture. I love Star Trek: The Motion Picture. So Lower Decks, I couldn't care less if it wins animated series. I mean, it's improved. They've fixed some of the problems that they had with the first and second and third seasons with the 4th season. And they've retroactively gone back and tried to make Mariner likable, and because they started off with this really bad premise from someone who really hated Star Trek, who saw Star Trek as something to laugh at, and that's how he enjoyed the show, as laughing at Star Trek and thinking it was a joke. So then he does a parody series of it, and it's just pretty bad. But the only good thing about it is it's all visually canon, which was nice, because after watching Discovery and Strange New Worlds and Picard and everything, it was just nice to see Star Trek actually look like Star Trek. And yeah, I mean, I guess that show is now canon because it made an appearance in the original, the live action series. But the canon doesn't match, the looks don't match. So does that mean because they're going from different timelines and different realities? And how are they animated in the real world? It makes no sense. Because it's made for stupid people, just for them to go, oh, how cool. And that's as far as they think about how this exists in reality. But yeah, it's supposed to be about the award show. But yeah, so I hope Star Trek Picard wins because it was good. Strange New Worlds, production-wise, acting-wise, was okay. But had some huge problems. Season 1 was actually better. Season 2, they just went in some really bad directions. Like, I thought they would have reassessed first season and fixed a few things. Instead, they're like, no, we're just going to go even further on that. I'm like, wow. Yep. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.